here's the point. You don't have to talk about $16 million buildings. Yes, the bigger numbers make you more money, faster, build equity better. Absolutely, no question about it. But this was just a cold deal in a hot market. Why was it a cold deal? It had a reputation, and one of the things that you need to be careful of is what Gary calls a cultural memory. This building had a cultural memory, probably still does to a degree. And a cultural memory, you've all seen this. You've seen a restaurant, great location. I mean, just a good location. It's kind of in the middle of a crossroads. It's not hard to get into. Good location, and the restaurant is something this year, and next year it's something else, and the year after, and it just cannot make it. And one time you went into that restaurant when it was whatever, and you ordered some food, and you didn't like the service or you didn't like the food, so what did you do? You never went back. And so even though this building is in a great location, it just cannot make it as a restaurant. Why? It's got a cultural memory. Okay? This building had a cultural memory. Okay? But I didn't buy it for that. I bought it because I said, okay, the lease that he put in the back was a 5-year lease. Okay, by the way, that same lease has been renewed, but the same lease is in place, only renewed. Okay? But it was a 5-year lease to cover my nut for 5 years. The rest of it's been rented except for a period of time when the one side is not. But it's been a great little property for us all along, and we just sold it and netted out $95,000 on the sale after cash flow for 6 years, 5 years. Is that cool? Not a bad deal, okay, for a small property, kind of out of the way in Cocoa. Okay? But the cultural, see, if we were trying to rent this up as a full rental, that might have been a problem. But it was a personal use property, and my girlfriend was going to run one side, I was going to run the other side. The only reason I rented to Handyman was because I really didn't care if I had an office. Okay? But it worked out just fine. So these are the kinds of things that you can look at. But we were doing some renovations on it. We had to put in a firewall to put in the 2 offices in the front building. And so I went to Home Depot to buy some material, and I was going to have them ship it to the property. And so the girl at Home Depot was going, well, where do you want it shipped to? And I said, 1229 King Street. And she said, whereabouts is that? I said, have you ever heard of the Boardroom? She goes, oh, you bought that, huh? Does everybody?